Okay, welcome back to S.4.G. It is what it is, opinion show. I got a request for me to speak on the situation. MEEK being banned from North Philly. I'm speaking on artists, as far as them having beefs and stuff that's going on. You know what I mean? As far as things going down in my city. And I'm gonna start off saying it like this. And if you're not familiar with the channel, you know I speak truth, man. I'm gonna start off like this. Just like the person that, it's a couple people, but one person that requested for me to speak on this, just like they said you did numerous videos about this. You already said it to Meek about putting on artists in Philly, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Like, people fed up. You know what I mean? He likes to direct it on young artists, young artists, young artists. He's been saying it since he was a young artist. Now he's, they calling him old head now. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, young, it don't matter what age of an artist it is. Like, it is what it is. They're fed up. It's like if you're in a position, to where everybody's starving for water, you know what I mean? And you're in a position where you got a water well and you just keep telling it, you just sitting around nothing but water and not giving nobody no water. After a while, their throat is dry and they're tired of, when you gonna give some of that water? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like I also put out there, which is facts, Meek don't have to do nothing for nobody because these artists are hot already, just like myself. You know what I mean? I've been at that point. I don't care about getting no deal. I am the deal. I'm going to go hard. And I know all artists feel like that. That's why they're getting the attention that they are today. But at the same time, how can you speak on situations going on in Philly and speak on artists or whatever, and you're in a position that you could have been put artists on? Yeah, you gave shout outs and, you put certain people in position, you know what I'm saying, as far as giving them cosigns and stuff like that. But the artists that you put in position already was in position. P&B Rock already had clout. You know what I mean? Like that, to where he didn't need no help. You know what I mean? Core and the list goes on. They already had attention. They already had, that fan base. That's what a major label does. Once they see that you can make major money already, or you got enough fan base to really get money, now they want to invest in you. That's corny. Like, you sit back, oh, okay, now that I see that you can make money on your own, I want a piece of that. That's what it sounds like. To where you see that the artist is hot, regardless. You know what I mean? Should be making the door for these artists, man. And then the fact to go on as far as this topic and say, oh, I know about the beefs, you know what I mean? And I don't even want to say it myself because it sounds like I'm, telling or whatever. And, I know about the beefs and etc. y'all got going on the streets. I heard what happened, basically. You know what I mean? Basically, stop that and then I'll sign you. What you mean? You sign them, you put these artists on, they can get their family out of here and won't have to beef. How about that? Won't have to beef. They can get their family up out of here, man. Did you ever stop to think that maybe that's why? Maybe that's why? You know what I mean? And not making no excuse, but it is what it is. Because the same cats you talking about, I was out there. I was out there grinding with you know what I mean, cats from Burks and all that. They know. Shout out to Burks, Burke Street, Ridge, all that. Blumberg already know what it is and all that, all around there. I was out there with them. Meek blood cousins and everything. I said this in other videos. I was out there with them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And just like they said, that is the zoo. Like, they is what it is, man. I was out there with them, man. You know what I mean? So this is what I gotta say as well. Cats talking about, you know what I mean? Heard somebody else talking about this situation and gonna say, yeah, you know, Meek talking about stopping the violence and stuff like that. And now they want to make it seem like, you know, he's saying something wrong. I commend him on that. Who won't commend somebody saying stop the violence? But when it's what the problem is when somebody's saying stop the violence, but their music is representing violence. You got to be on, just like he said about choosing one side. What side you gonna be on? That's like me, S.4.G. Make the hood rich. I came to realize one day I had to choose one side. What side I'm gonna be on? I never criticize, never judge nobody else for how they rap or whatever, because I didn't rap the hardest lyrics, cursing and everything all through my lyrics, because I lived it. I experienced, I seen it, I did it. What I rapped about. But at the same time, I evolved by taking the cursing out my music. You know what I mean? Not judging and knocking nobody else. And you see, I still did raps with artists that cursed in their music. And the hardest of the hardest rappers, I still do, because I still go hard with it. But I just kept myself in a lane that I could still go hard, but just no profanity. At the same time, even if you hear me say anything about rocking out is defending myself or putting it out there, this can happen to you if you try to harm me. But other than that, I'm not glorifying violence. I'm not glorifying violence. It's a difference. You can't glorify violence and then scream stop the violence. You can't do that. That's both sided. It's like what side you gonna be on. You can't rep hoods that's about putting in that work and then turn around and be on some reform. They're gonna look at you like, what is you on? What side is you on? It's playing both sides of the fence. You gotta choose one side. You gotta choose one side, man. It's just facts. It's just facts. You know what I mean? When you speak like this, you know, it's really the groupies that be like, you're a hater and all this and that. No, it's facts. You got to choose one side, man. You got to choose one side. For years, we tried our best to root for Meek, support Meek. You know what I mean? Just like how Meek said, you know, just like when I said to Meek, make the hood rich. He said, yeah, you already know. Yeah, we making the hood rich. What's up? We making the hood rich. Okay. I took that as love. You know what I mean? Because I believe in myself. But at the same time, it's just facts. No matter what me and Quilly been through, Quilly get on the camera with me and say, shout out to S.4.G. He everywhere, and went in like on some like, shout out to S.4.G. Y'all see what he doing? Seemed like he showed even more love. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's all they want. That's all they want. It's just facts. I'm just speaking facts, man. Like, it is what it is. When you're in that position, come on, dog. It's not hard. It's not hard. Forget what these young boys, think about it. You can change these young boys' life. You can change these young boys' life. Forget wearing, come on, we'll tell them stop that first. Some of them can stop it. Some of them rocking out for their family members that got shot, or, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some of them, you don't know what they going through. Why they have to go through what they going through, whatever beef they going through, whatever situation. Then you putting out there their situation and it's targeting them, making, you know, putting the eyeball for the law to be on them. You know what I'm saying? Where you can just, same way as you said they got your number, you could have just called them and talked to them. It's just facts. You know what I mean? And like I said, same way, you can just put them bulls on, give them a chance and see. You know what I mean? Now that he put me on, I ain't got to be beefing. I can move my whole family to another state, somewhere else, and just focus on my craft. You got to look at it that way, man. I'm going to tell you the truth, because I'm not a groupie or none of that. And I believe in myself, let alone my God. It is what it is, man. I've been saying this for the longest, man. If you going to put on for the city, you got to put on your artists, you know what I mean, in your city. It is what it is, man. Can't be just one man above the crew. Just like Tupac said in Juice. It is what it is. It can't. one man is just that face. Come on, no, man. It is what it is, man. Ain't no waiting for these young bulls to stop this, stop that. You know how it is out here. You know what's going on out here, man. You know what's going on out here. We surviving. It is what it is. That's survival. You know. You said nappy braids that lock and all that. You know how it is, dog. You it is what it is, man. You can't tell somebody just, no, it don't just go like that. Give them a way out then. Give them a way out. Give them a way out, man. It is what it is. Give them a way out, man. Because some people don't have the option to just stop this and that. Well, they got to come out their door and don't know if the ops coming at them. If the ops is waiting for them. They got to survive. They got to prepare for that next day. They not living in the mansion. They can't just go to Cancun tomorrow. They got to be out here, man. It is what it is, man. So that's what I got to say, man. It is what it is. Put them. If you want to just focus on young bulls, it don't matter what's the age, man. Artists, period. It's a lot of them. From NH, a lot of them. I've been saying that, man. Just like the boy said, you got half of tracks done with him, and he feel like you don't want him to shine. What about the video with NH? They was supposed to have been dead, man. And like, you know, I'm just speaking facts, man. I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win. That's just that. I want to see everybody win. So I'm hoping I could say something that'll spark it to, all right, I'm gonna put these young bulls on regardless. You know what I mean? But the way stuff going, we gotta see how it go. But at the end of the day, we also all gotta believe in ourselves, man. Because it is what it is. You see how it goes. It would have been done if it was gonna be done. That's why we got to go hard ourselves, man. You know what I mean? We got to go keep going hard. It is what it is, man. Can't depend on nobody. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But like I said, at the end of the day, if you're going to be an artist and you want to criticize or talk about what somebody living, make a way for that person to get out of there, to get out of that situation if you're going to talk about them. You know what I mean? And you got to choose one side. You can't glorify violence and then say stop the violence. You know what I mean? All your rap should be about stopping the violence. Make the hood rich.